Activision presents a smashing blast from the past. Fasten your seatbelts for a Beanox recreation.
Hello everyone and welcome to Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled. And right away, it is amazing. Beanox has done an incredible job. So, this is going to be a 100% walkthrough. We are going to do the adventure mode, which is technically 101%, because if you get all gold relics, you get an extra 1%. However, I'm going to try and go for platinum, and by try I mean grind it out until I get them. I'm also going to be taking on all the Oxide ghosts. If you go into the local arcade, there's plenty of stuff, including CTR challenges and relic races and crystal challenges for the Nitro Kart tracks, I believe. If we just quickly have a look-see. Yep, there they are. So, interestingly, there are different challenges for the new tracks, even if they're not in adventure mode. But yes, in Time Trial, Oxide will have basically super difficult challenges, and in the original Crash Team Racing, I'm able to do them all in under an hour. In this game, however, things feel a little bit differently here and there. There's a little bit of a learning curve, so don't expect it to go that well. He is also, I've tried it out a little bit, he's actually faster in some of them. Coco Park is one I tried out. He is faster by about a second, and he takes a different shortcut. So it's actually kind of interesting. They've changed things up and made it harder, which is really cool. So if you're interested in watching more videos from me, I would very much appreciate it if you left a like, subscribe, share the video around. I'm also going to be trying to compete competitively on Twitch by streaming, and I also have a Twitter and a Patreon and stuff. Would very much appreciate all the support. But we are going to start with the adventure mode. So there are two versions of this. There's Nitro-Fueled and Classic. Classic is you play as one character for the entire story. The difficulty gradually gets harder, but it's nothing too brutal. And then there's the Nitro-Fueled mode, where you can switch your characters throughout the race, and you can, well, not the race, in between races you can switch your characters. Characters from Nitro Kart that weren't in the original Crash Team Racing will be playable in this, and different stuff like that. So yeah, we're just going to go Nitro-Fueled mode, why not? And I guess it would be a brilliant idea to start with Crash, but I'm actually going to start with Coco. So, actually, going back to that, you can see that, because I've unlocked a blue Coco, but you also, the PS4 version, has a retro Coco, which is super cool, and she has massive lips. We're just going to go standard. It really does look like she's had some kind of lip puffing surgery in the retro version. That's a bit weird. Which is ironic, because if anything, she's been polygonally crushed. But it feels and looks wider somehow.
Greetings, creatures of this planet. I come to compete.
So you pesky Earth slugs like to race, eh? Well, I, Nitrous Oxide, am the fastest racer in the galaxy. I travel the stars looking for creatures to test my skills.
It's a little game I call Survival of the Fastest. Here's the way we play.
I challenge the best driver of your world to a race for the planet. If your driver wins,
I'll leave your miserable little rock alone. But if I win, I will turn your entire globe into a
concrete parking lot and make you my minions. Get ready to race for the fate of your planet.
Let's go!
amazing. It looks absolutely stunning. It really does.
Welcome to the adventure area. You can travel around this area and practice your driving skills. The dots and stars on the map represent warp pads which lead to races. When they flash, it signifies they are open to play. To access a racetrack, drive into a warp pad that has an active warp vortex, and it will take you to the track's starting line. Finish the track in first place to win a trophy. As you collect more trophies, other tracks will unlock. Good luck, and drive fast.
Yep, so Akiraku pretty much described what we're going to be doing. So we're starting off with Crash Cove. So the way I'm going to be doing this is it's going to be a part per warp room, if that makes sense. So, or warp area. So for this part, we're going to be doing all the trophies up until the boss. And then the second part, we'll be doing the next area trophies, then third area, fourth area. And then we'll be coming back to this area to do the CTR challenges and the Platinum Relics. Because I want to experience all the tracks. But we will see how it goes. This should be a lot of fun. And also, each part I will switch out characters and classes so I can get a feel for each character and see how it goes, really. See how it feels to play. But yeah, this is absolutely incredible. And you can see that a lot of the characters have customization. I guess this is a thing to exclusive to Nitro-Fueled. So yeah, this is super cool. Let the races begin. So yeah, as I mentioned, the game feels a tiny bit different. Not massively, okay. Not massively. One of the things I've noticed is it's way harder to go up certain jumps than it used to be. Like, that jump right there is really... That shortcut is surprisingly difficult to get right. There's also... The one into a Speedway is also actually really difficult to get up, I found. I don't really know why. It might just be there's a slightly different timing that I'm not adjusted to. There's a bunch of stuff like that. It's whilst it is very much keeping the feel. Oh, there we go. Barely. Whilst it is keeping the feel of the original game, there's subtle little things that really just will take a bit of time to get used to. But in terms of speed, it is absolutely phenomenal. It feels great to play as well. Like, it really feels fun. I absolutely adore how this game feels. And of course looks. I mean, look at it. It is stunning to look at. It is a truly beautiful game. And it is very possible that this will be the next rival to Mario Kart. It's very fast paced, very fun, plenty of tracks, and yeah, just teeming with life, and they're gonna keep updating it, which is exactly what people want. Wow. Well, that nailed that. What's interesting is my second and third lap being literally identical. That is incredible. But yeah, no, it's very possible that it could rival Mario Kart in terms of everything, really. It is a fantastic game to play, and I'm sure it's going to be something that people just get better at over time as well, because the drifting is hard to master, but really fun to pull off. It's worth pulling off. Like, it's worth practicing with it. So yeah, it's really cool. I feel sorry for Team Sonic Racing though, because that's been out a month, and I don't know how many people will prioritize that. Oh my god, Polar looks adorable. Looks like a little honey badger or something. That's why I'm loving the selfie. That's good. That's pretty rad.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You win a trophy. You can go faster through turns by power sliding.
Yes, you can.
Press the power slide button while performing a hard turn.
Thank you. So, I tried a tiny bit of adventure mode just to learn how to play, and I tried a couple of time trials and whatnot, just to adjust myself to the controls. And I'm still getting better. It is fascinating though, because it is like the case where with Crash Team Racing, I'm not trying to brag. I am able to beat the Oxide Ghosts in under an hour, all 18 of them. But in this game, I'm actually struggling here and there. It's fascinating how like very minute changes actually do make a difference. But it's not surprising that there are a couple of changes. It's not made by the same company. They've had to remake it from the ground up. There's going to be a couple of things here and there which aren't the same. And it's also possible that due to fan feedback they might change things here and there. We don't know yet. But man, I love this track. It is awesome looking. Every track is awesome. I mean, look at this. Look at all of that. That is, oh, it's so futuristic now. It's great. Okay, so there's also another thing. So you can see the booster meter at the bottom right. If you don't like how that looks, you can go to the classic version, which I have, because I've been playing the original Crash Team Racing. Oh dear. I'm sort of adjusted to this version, to be honest. At least at the moment I am. So it's kind of weird going to something different, because I'm not really used to it. But it will be something I pick up, much like how the controls differentiate. And interestingly, the mushrooms are gone. They've been replaced by nuclear fission for some reason. I don't know why, but I like it. But yeah, I do plan on competing competitively online, and I'll try and like upgrade my times on time trials and stuff. And I'm also very much up for racing against you guys if you want to follow me on Twitch and give me a race, because I'm super up for that. Ooh, Unstoppable. What was that for? Oh, I think I know. Okay, so there are some trophies which I think are legitimately difficult, and I think I just did it. So that one is boost for the entire lap, never stop boosting, which honestly is actually quite challenging. There are some tracks which I think that would be really hard to do. I guess this is one of the easier ones. I'm honestly surprised I got it so quickly. That was a very good... Again, lap 2 and 3 were nearly identical, not quite identical. Oh, I love how Dingodile looks there. So these coins, I should probably mention them. You get coins at the end of each race you complete, and that's for anything. It doesn't have to be adventure mode, it can be the casual stuff as well, like time trials or whatever. These coins go towards in-game purchases, and these purchases are not anything to do with real money. It's purely, you get coins in-game, you purchase them in-game. But you buy different things like customizable kart pieces or decals and whatnot. Also different character skins and loads of little things like that, which is really cool. There's plenty to unlock. Wow. Robo-Cortex. What the hell? That's awesome! What? That's amazing!
Congratulations, you win a trophy.
That is so cool.
To get a turbo boost while power sliding, wait until the smoke from your exhaust turns black. Then press the power slide button. If you wait too long, you'll hear a backfire sound and miss your chance for a boost.
Yes. Noted. Thank you. There's also, so there's the 2 here. I think there is also another mode you can look at, but maybe it's in race only and not in the adventure pack. But yes. There we go. Into Mystery Caves. So the Beanox are doing incredible work, because they're also releasing free DLC every so often. Starting on July 3rd, there's going to be a brand new, never before seen track. There's going to be a bunch of mini challenges, and there's also going to be new characters, the Podium Girls and Torna from Crash 1. So that's really, really cool. The Podium Girls were in the original Crash Team Racing. They like held an umbrella and waved it in front of the camera and stuff. But now they're actually properly racing, and that's super, super cool. Oh man, this place looks amazing! Look at it! Oh, it's so cool! There's so much life just teeming everywhere. It's absolutely incredible. But yeah, so we don't know how often the new stuff is gonna come out, but we know that the first one is July 3rd, and that is pretty cool. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It's just really incredible how much work they're putting in. And they've also announced that there is going to be we know about 3 Grand Prix so far, and I mean, they said there will be more, so that's exciting. But the 3 we know about are the one I just mentioned. There's one which will have Baby Crash, Baby Coco, and the Baby Dinosaur from Crash 3 that will be playable characters, and a new track, and many missions and whatnot. And also there will be one related to Spyro, which is super cool. Okay, this didn't quite go how I hoped. I didn't have the speed, I guess. Yeah, there's a Grand Prix featuring Spyro. We don't know to what degree it will have, but I think it will be a couple of characters, so Spyro and maybe Hunter, maybe Allura, maybe Ripto even, I don't know. And then there's also presumably going to be a new track, which will be Spyro related of some description, and a bunch of little Grand Prix missions, which is super cool. Again, just so much so much like effort and care being put into this game. It's absolutely incredible. And yeah, whilst it does feel a little bit different, you can see that I'm picking up more and more. I'm getting better as time goes on. I'm sure I will. Oh, what was that? I'm sure by the end of the game I will be hopefully way better, and that's what I like to see. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I haven't really been collecting these, I probably should. But yeah, as I mentioned with the Oxide Ghosts are genuinely harder. So Coco Park, Oxide goes a second faster than his CTR counterpart. And he actually takes one of the grass shortcuts, which you should take in order to beat him. So it's actually fascinating. He is changing, which is really interesting and mildly terrifying. But I do like, and I got 40 coins for that one. I don't know why I got 40 coins as opposed to 20. Maybe it's because I've won more races in a row. It's possible that could be the reason. So tell me, what was your first Crash game, and your first Crash Team Racing game, or Crash Racing game? Or any racing game, actually. Yeah, go for any racing game. For me, I started with Crash 2 when I was very young. And then I picked up Crash 3 the following year, and I think I might have actually picked up Crash 1, my parents picked up Crash 1 between 2 and 3, I think. I might be mistaken on that. But then I picked up Crash Team Racing as it launched, because it was the newest game.
You win a trophy. When you get a TNT crate on your head, start hopping immediately. If you react fast and hop enough times, the TNT crate will fall off your
I like
head
how Coco's
before it
looking
explodes.
like, yeah, I know, Aku. Can you stop talking? I know all this stuff. You don't need to keep telling me. It's all good, Aku. Dude, please. But yeah, I got Crash Team Racing and absolutely fell in love with it. I think it's still the king of kart racing games. It's just untouchable as how good it is. And I'm hoping this will be the newest one. Yeah, as I say, it feels a little bit different, but it feels so good to play, and it's just a learning curve of picking up the different beats that it's throwing at me. So it's really cool. But yeah, I really enjoyed Crash Nitro Kart that came out shortly after. It was actually, that game was done by Vicarious Visions, and this looks awesome. Look at that! Oh my god, it's so cool. And there's like a slime creature from Ratchet & Clank PS4 there for some reason. Yeah, I absolutely, I really liked Nitro Kart. But it's interesting, because I played Nitro Kart again sort of in preparation for this. Because this game actually has Nitro Kart tracks, but it also, oh hello. Let's see if I can actually get this right. No, it's really hard to get right. Like, the height off of that, like, sometimes it sends you up, sometimes it sends you directly forward. It's very weird. I don't really know how to time it just yet. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, Nitro Kart. Playing Nitro Kart after playing Crash Team Racing, or at least playing Crash Team Racing to the level of getting really good, is really weird because it just feels slow and heavy. Which is a bit disappointing. You don't really want it to feel that way, but that's just how I felt when playing it, which is a bit disappointing. And I haven't played Tag Team Racing in a long time, But I did enjoy that game, though it was very different. Like, if you had engine, you were pretty much guaranteed a victory. Man, that is so hard! And it basically, like, ruins your race as well, because it, like, sends you, bounces you back. Like, I'm not really timing it wrong, it's just not going high enough. And I don't really know why. It's weird, like, because the game got rid of the anti-gravity mechanics, for various reasons, presumably because it was easier to create tracks without it. But the, yeah, like, this track, whilst you could go up walls and it felt very easy to sort of navigate around, this game, it sort of feels like you stick to the walls a little bit, at least in this track specifically. So it's harder to get it right. This isn't going to be high enough. Oh, it actually was. Okay, cool, sweet, nailed it. You do get a trophy for doing that, but I've already got it. Man, do you see what I mean? You sort of just stick to parts of it. It's a bit odd how that's the case. Yes. But going back to Tag Team Racing, apparently they are going to add Tag Team Racing tracks to the game at some point, which is really cool. I personally really want them to add the bowling minigame. I don't know why I want them to add that, but I really enjoyed it. Oh, hey! Oh, Link's Coco. Nice. New skin's pretty cool. I'll take that. Yeah, I kind of want to see the bowling mini. I really like the bowling minigame. Probably a weird thing to request, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. But yeah, going back to like how different this game feels, it's interesting because the same as can be said for Insane Trilogy. I personally found that the controls felt either more or less exactly the same or just a little bit better on the Insane Trilogy. I find using analog on the original games near impossible, but on Insane Trilogy felt really easy. And there are some people I know who've really struggled with Insane Trilogy because of how it controls. Awesome, Ripperoo, let's do this. And yeah, I'm sure the case will be said for this. Like, this game feels very different. Some people will really find it, probably because it feels different, people will find this one harder than the original, or vice versa. And I'm sure the same was for Spyro. And it's just the nature of it's being remade by different companies. You're never going to be able to get it feeling exactly. You're gonna get it feeling close, but not exact. And that's just the nature of it. But here we go, first boss battle. And the boss battles in this game are cool. So how they work is they basically send a certain weapon behind them. So in Ripperoo's case, he sends TNTs behind him constantly. And fair enough, you know, you do you, my dude. I will ensure that I stay in front so that I never get hit by your TNTs, but I respect the hustle. There you go, nice. Not perfect, but not bad at all. Oh man, I really love this. It feels so good to play. It's so fun. Go. Just dodge the plutonium. It actually might be a crystal in a jar, to be honest. It might be a crystal. It just looked like a pink glow, but it did look, I guess, a liquid crystal. I wonder what that would be like to drink. Like, would it make you powered up? Would it kill you? I don't know. The questions we have to ask ourselves in these trying times. Also, I'm destroying Ripperoo. Yeah, I sure did. Nice! Nailed it. thank you very much for the key, Ripperoo. You're so generous. You think you were good enough to face Oxide? Oh, good one. That's a riot. You're wrong. You're so wrong. So, I think this is where we're going to end it for now. We're going to open the door and then we'll end it. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this first video of the Nitro-Fueled walkthrough. If you have, leave a like, subscribe, share the video around, let people know that I'm going to be streaming and uploading and all that jazz.
Congratulations on opening this new area. Here you will find 4 more tracks to race. Good luck.
Thank you. Yeah, I also have a Twitch, Twitter, and a Patreon if you want to help support the channel. It's very much appreciated, but obviously not required. But yeah, I will see you next time, where we will enter the next area, and I will be a new character. I'm thinking maybe a super fast but slow turner, so how about Dingadal? That sounds like a plan. I'll see you then. Take care. Bye-bye.